Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be learning all about bringing virtual reality into our classrooms, specifically our ELA or English Language Arts classrooms. I'm Sydney Sater, Eustich, and let's get started. The four focuses we have today to cover are what exactly is VR and AR, how do these things apply to ELA, how Nearpod can quickly become your best friend, and finally, you'll have a chance to brainstorm for your own classroom and your own lessons. To begin, we need to discuss what these terms AR and VR even mean. What are their differences, their similarities, and their specific definitions? AR stands for augmented reality, and this is usually defined as an emerging form of experience in which the real world is enhanced by computer-generated content, which is tied to specific locations and/or activities. This is similar to virtual reality, or VR, which represents a computer-simulated stage where users are enabled to interact with the environment through their agents in virtual space. Both are considered an immersive technology, but the biggest difference between these two technologies is that VR transforms your current reality into a completely new one, whereas AR adds new features to the world that you're already in. Let's take a quick look into some more of the similarities and differences between AR and VR with this short video from gfclearnfree.org. gfclearnfree.org is a worldwide leader in free online education. They've been making free videos and tutorials for more than a decade and have served more than 100 million users in every country in the world. You can find more of their videos on YouTube. You may be asking yourself, okay, that's cool and all, but how does this apply to ELA and how can I use this in my ELA classroom? That's a great question. Let's talk about that. In other subjects, it may seem like this technology is easily integrated. English can be more challenging, but that doesn't make it impossible. We can think about the SAMR model to help us move forward in transforming our classrooms with technology. The SAMR model lays out 4 tiers of online learning, presented roughly in order of their sophistication and transformative power: substitution, augmentation, modification, and redefinition. Looking at this model, we can see the 2 main categories in gray off to the right: enhancement, meaning technology is used to enhance our curriculum, and transformation, meaning using technology to completely transform our teaching and curriculum. The levels are substitution, or using technology to substitute with no actual changes. For example, turning a paper worksheet into a digital one. There was no change, but it's now done using technology. Augmentation is using technology to improve what we're doing, so maybe taking that worksheet and adding in some helpful videos or audio as supplemental instruction. Modification is using technology to significantly redesign a task, so changing majority of the original assignment to use an app or creating something using technology instead of writing a paper, for example. And finally, redefinition, which allows for technology to be used for the creation of a completely new task that was previously inconceivable, such as a virtual field trip or to a story character's hometown. Using AR and VR in the classroom can lead us into this transformation end of the spectrum on this model. To do this, we can use VR and AR devices such as the Oculus, Google Cardboard, HTC Vive, or the PlayStation VR. There are also apps on our devices that allow for VR and AR experiences at a lower cost, making the experience more accessible to schools, students, and staff. For example, using Google Expeditions, which is free on the iPad, students in a high school class were able to visit Denmark castles in preparation for reading Hamlet. This app could easily be used by you. While there are so many apps, websites, and devices that allow us to bring VR and AR into our classrooms, one app/website that many schools already use that now offers these features is Nearpod. I personally use this one a lot, and it is highly regarded in the district that I work in. When I found out that VR and AR was added, I was very excited. Nearpod's virtual reality field trip application is easy to use in any subject. This allows students to explore a location during your teacher-guided lesson or a student self-guided lesson. For ELA, I want to focus on using this tool to fuel student creativity. The first time I used this tool was for a grammar review lesson with my 7th graders. The students were exploring an island with a lighthouse for about 3 minutes. They could zoom in and out on the island and its surrounding areas. Then I had students write simple, compound, and complex sentences using what they saw in their lighthouse adventure. This can also be used for creative or descriptive writing, which I usually do with my students around Halloween. And just thinking about all of those possibilities makes me so excited. Now that we've had a chance to hear some examples and learn about some apps, let's turn on our creative lesson planning brains now and come up with a way that you can use VR or AR in your classroom. Take a moment to brainstorm a lesson or activity for your classroom. Think about these questions as you brainstorm. This could be something that you're teaching now, something that you plan to teach later, or even something that you've taught in the past. Do you want to embed this technology into an existing lesson or create an entirely new one? Think about the SAMR model we discussed. Where would you be on that scale? Remember, we're striving for the levels of modification and redefinition to transform our learning with technology. Pause the video here if you need some more time to brainstorm. To conclude our time today, I just want to remind you of the 4 main focuses when creating lessons with technology, especially VR and AR. First of all, have patience, not only for the students using new apps and tools, but for yourself. We are all learning and trying new things, and it is important to have patience and maybe give things a second or third shot if they don't go well in the beginning. Second, explore with your students. Maybe before planning a whole lesson with VR or AR, just take 10 minutes out of your day where students try out the tool and you all just explore a new place together. How fun. Third, enjoy. Take the time to enjoy having the opportunity to use this kind of tool in your classroom. Imagine how cool it would have been to have this when we were kids. And finally, as always, have a plan B. There's no telling the obstacles and challenges you could encounter when introducing a new tool in class. Be ready to shift gears, which I'm sure you're all already great at. Thank you for watching and learning with me today. I hope you were able to come up with a great idea or ideas. And good luck on your journey to transforming your classroom with virtual reality. If you have any questions or would like to follow up with me, find me on Twitter or LinkedIn, and we can connect about all things EdTech.